TikTok, Facebook, Instagram just rolled back what they did, I know. So building a brand in social media, a lot of young people won't understand that now, right? Some will, a lot won't, right? Like, am I building a brand for myself? I'm just having fun here.
Right.
You know, I'm just trying to go out and have a lot of fun. I'm just trying to go out and post a lot of pictures, post a lot of selfies, videos, grow followers, grow numbers. Now with young people, what I'm kind of seeing, which when I was growing up, it was not there yet, right? Numbers. I was not running after numbers when I was growing up. I was probably running after other things, but definitely not numbers. Now the kids are running after numbers.
Yep.
I'm sure it's not like that with the older generation, you know. Maybe not. They're not going to run after numbers. They're going to run after, they have their own agendas, I'm sure, right?
Absolutely.
But with kids, it's numbers. I want to get certain likes on my pictures. I want to get certain followers.
Right.
If I don't have 10,000 must be a shitty number now. I don't know. 100,000 followers, you know. If I don't have 100K on Instagram, then I'm nobody.
Right.
And that feeling of being like, oh my God, am I not good enough?
Yeah.
Why aren't people liking my Instagram? Is it my clothes? Is it how I look? Is it how, what I'm saying? Are these my captions? Right. I'm sure kids go through that anxiety right now. You know, you have a son. He's 8 years old, right? Give it another 10 years. I'm sure, you know, he's also going to be thinking about, you know, maybe numbers, maybe other things in another 10 years, right? If I ever have kids, then most probably they're going to be thinking about similar or something even more advanced down the road.
Absolutely.
Because it's just in the infancy. Social media, I believe, is in its infancy now.
Correct.
It's going to exponentially grow.
100%.
What do you think you'd like to go ahead and coach them about in the current situation in 2022?
That's a great point, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about a few different things here, right? So my son is 8. He has a YouTube channel, okay, where he talks about space. I'm not going to say the name or anything of that sort. He's out of this, right?
I'll give him a boost.
No, we're not going to do that.
Okay.
We're not. Here's the point.
Fine.
Exactly,
okay. Sure,
right?
Yeah.
So what happens is my son is 8. He has a YouTube channel. He talks about space. And he by the way, he knows a lot about space. He knows about the Kuiper belt. He knows about very technical things that a lot of people don't know about, right? Na? Next level ulai tha sa. Pluto jab a planet bans and then they take it off and then they again make it a planet. You know about how Pluto keeps on shifting between planet and non-planet.
It's a dwarf planet right now.
Exactly. He gets upset and he's like, again, they did this to Pluto. Pluto must be feeling sad. And he's got feelings and emotions with planets, right? He's got 31 followers on his YouTube, at least when I checked last, okay? And when he checked mine last, I had 18.7K, okay? He did not understand what K means. So I told him, you know, you got more followers. And he had a competition with me. I've got 31, you got 18.7K, okay? So I said, yeah, you got many more than me. He's like, but how can a 0.7 be a person, right? So ultimately, he understood what that K meant. Yeah. But he's already having this competition with me, wherein he said, I want to have more followers than you, right? This is a conversation that an 8-year-old had with me a few months ago, correct? Kids are already extremely aware of the power of social media, of the fact that it could build your career, of the fact that you can make millions of dollars, because Mr. Beast, by the way, got 100 million the other day, and my son comes and announces it like he's won an award, correct? Yeah. He comes and he's like, Mr. Beast got 100 million followers, and there were 1.1 million people watching this and all sorts of stuff, right? These kids are aware that numbers have a value because numbers equals eyeballs equals monetary value or perceived brand value. They understand that on the one hand. On the other hand, let's look at it like this. Why I don't believe in boosting content on social media is because to me, numbers mean nothing. I would rather have 7 people who love my content, who follow my content because they love what I do and what I say, rather than 70,000 people who are there just for numbers. Because ultimately, and I'm not even saying this because I'm very holier than thou or because I have any great idea in mind, simply because this is my idea that the algorithm works in such a way, if I post some content, and these are purchased or, boost गरेर follower लिएको मान्छेहरू. I'm talking only strategy-wise, right? Na? These people, like let's say I've got 5,000 people on my Facebook. Out of 5,000 people, 7 are genuine followers that love my work and they're there for that. Everybody else has been paid and purchased to be and, boost karyo, post sponsor karyo, manche ayo. Facebook, in the first 5 minutes, the algorithm is going to show my content out of those 5,000 people to 50 people. Depending on how those 50 people engage with my content, Facebook is going to decide how valuable the content is. And based on whatever the algorithm gets from that 5-minute interaction with those 50 people who've been shared my content, it's going to show it to more people. Imagine Tetikera, the numbers are completely warped against me. If 5,000 bata, त्यो 50 मान्छे जोलाई फेसबुकले देखायो मेरो पोस्ट turns out to be those people who've just liked or followed my page because they were shown an ad and not because they love me. They'll never engage with my content, which is why very often you have these pages and these people and these profiles that have tons and tons of likes, yet no engagement, yet no real conversation. So for me, I'm not running behind those numbers at all. Yes, it feels nice. Yeah, 50,000 likes asti by Facebook. I was like, oh.
How did it feel when your content got viral?
Very good. At that point, felt very good.
It was organic?
100%.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to do ads that time. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know how it was done. As a somewhat touchwood, grateful pani huनु parcha. Ani alikata skill ko pani kura hola. Everything, every follower, like or whatever it is all organic. But that's because I understand the power of content. Okay? What teenagers need to understand or what anybody needs to understand is 2 things. Number 1, if you are growing a brand, whether consciously or subconsciously, you need to provide content that is valuable to the other person. How do you add value to somebody's life? 3 ways only. Number 1, either you're going to entertain them. You dance, you do something cute, funny, hilarious. People love that stuff. Dog videos,
Total
entertaining
entertainment,
videos.
yeah.
Entertain. Number 2, you are informing them. So you're giving them valuable content, wherein let's say you are talking about, okay, this is what we could do. This is how you can fix a tap. You can have, hacks, valuable content, informative content, things where you're teaching people, things where you're telling people.
Educational.
Okay, educational, right? Number 3, connect, where you talk and you connect to people through your vulnerabilities. You connect through your stories. You connect through emotion. These are the 3 reasons and 3 ways of providing value to people. To teenagers who are trying to build a brand, I would say, if you are doing it for any reason, it should be to create content that provides value to people. That's why they're going to follow you. On the other hand, here's what I want to say. The number of likes don't matter. Don't matter at all. How do you make your kids aware that it doesn't matter? By making them so confident in themselves that they stop running behind that. That should not be their sense of gratification. त्यो कति ting, 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 ting notification आयो, कति like आयो, to be caught up on that gives you instant gratification, right? That's what the media, that's what social media is making us do. We got to make our kids so confident in their skills, in who they are, in their mindset, that they're not running behind that instant gratification. And I think it has to be a combination of understanding. Yes, if you want to create your brand, it's great if you're 17 and if you're a well-known authority in ant keeping or in the solar system or whatever it is. It's great if you can do that. But you have to create your brand not by kati manchele like garyo, but how many people am I giving value to? Tyo ek tarika ho. On the other hand, the likes don't matter. If you're confident about who you are as a person, we need to inculcate this sense of joy and this sense of pride in who we are rather than how many people like us. And that's only possible if we can make our children feel, and by our children, our nieces and our sisters and ourselves,
including
realize, absolutely ourselves realize it's not the numbers.
If you love what we are doing, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notification.
Thank you very much for watching us on YouTube. Make sure that you also listen to us on Spotify.
This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.